But they're open. We're just an awesome team, and we all trust each other. There's a lot of conversations, and there's a lot of teamwork and suggestions. And Warren Light, who's our showrunner now, is very open to that. And everyone just wants what's good and what's truthful and what tells the story the best. So it's something we all sort of have the permission to satisfy our impulses and not hold them back.
Have you directed any of the episodes of the show?
I have.
How many?
Just one so far.
You like it?
Loved it.
I understand that you have become one of the show's producers.
I have.
Looking forward to that?
I am very much.
I asked Mariska to select a couple of her favorite scenes, and she chose scenes from a recent ongoing story in which she was herself pursued by a serial rapist. Here's the first scene that she chose.
I know how to get you off.
You do?
Yeah. Kentucky, Alabama. I've seen the photos. I probably know more details about it than you remember.
Oh, I doubt that.
I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen anything like this. You're not some punk.
Don't try and play me.
No, I'm not playing you. No, because I know you don't like that. Those two girls in the cabin. You had one by her arm in the closet, and you made her listen while you did the other one. For 2 days, did you even sleep?
No need sleep. Not after I get on a roll, you're going to find that out.
When?
Now.
And then you might want to loosen these cuffs or take them off.
No? Is that right?
Yeah. I know you like a struggle. You want to show me how strong you are? Overpower me? Make my arms behind my back? Come on.
No!
Have there been times when the stories being told have been so traumatizing that you've had a hard time dealing with it as an actor and as a person?
Yeah, well, I try to separate it out as much as I can, but when you're inundated and immersed in it so wholly and completely, it's tough to shake. It's tough to shake.
You've said, I was never an activist or a humanitarian. But when I found out how prevalent sexual assault is and that people carry around this shame and think it's their fault, I said that is not okay.
I felt that the show was so progressive in talking about it, but I didn't understand why everyone wasn't talking about sexual assault, domestic violence. That's what led me to start the foundation.
That foundation is?
The Joyful Heart Foundation.
How has the Joyful Heart Foundation joined the fight against domestic violence?
In a huge way, I'm very proud to say. Our mission is to heal and educate and empower survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and child abuse, and to shed light onto the darkness that surrounds these issues. We have 3 ways that we do that. And the first is healing and wellness, and we run retreat programs for the survivors and people that care for them, like the cops and the ESU workers. And then we do education and awareness. And one of the things about sexual assault is that there's so much misplaced shame and stigma. And that's why survivors don't come forward, because there's so much victim blaming. And so these people are feeling so isolated and alone. That was one of the things that I heard in the letters all the time that I was receiving. Women disclosing to me, an actor on television, their stories of abuse, and so many of them disclosing them to me for the first time. So we're trying to start that conversation. And the other thing that we're doing is advocacy work and policy work and trying to change laws around this. There's a huge community out here saying, bring it. We want to help you. Let's talk about it. Let's scream it. Let's change it. No more shame. No more stigma.
Recently, I was privileged to attend Joyful Heart's 10th anniversary gala, thanks to you. The most inspiring moments occurred when Peter Herman took the stage. He happens to be your husband, He happens to be sitting in the front row. Would you introduce him to our students, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, my husband, Peter Herman.
Where did you meet Peter?
On the set.
What was your reaction when you met him?
I couldn't breathe.
Peter, what was your reaction?
I knew that I was in the presence of an abundance of life. Something in me knew that.
I'll ask you both, was it a smooth path from meeting to marriage?
No. Not even a little. How about this? No, it wasn't. It was a little saucy. I was a little nervous, and I heard he was German. So I said, oh, I'm trying to be, funny and cool. I was like, so you're a Kraut. And he looks at me and he goes like this. That's funny. And so it began.
Is that your recollection of it, Peter?
That is, she does the story better than I do, but yeah, that's my recollection of it.
You said, I don't usually go out with actors. I can't date somebody whose hair is too important. But he's also a writer,
Yes,
right?
he is.
Tell us about that.
I wrote a children's book that I'm in the process of editing very slowly and laboriously. And it is wordplay and the playground that language can be for kids. And I write for the foundation. I'm the communication strategist, and I try to formulate the language to talk about things that are difficult to talk about, a new kind of language. When we say that we want to start a conversation, that we don't only say, okay, everybody go and talk, we also say, here is the language to do it with.
Thank you very, very much. Here is the second scene that Mariska chose, which closes the ring on this riveting storyline, in which the rapist, who has managed to find his way back to Olivia, engages her in a game of Russian roulette.
You know how lucky I am.
Go away. Go away, Amelia.
Game over. Say goodbye, Olivia. This is the last thing you're going to think about before you die. The last thing you're going to see.
Mariska, when was your son August born?
June 28, 2006.
When did you lose your father?
September.
Same year. You've said there's a plan. Are you aware of the symmetry of that? Did it occur to you? As your son arrived, your father left.
Yeah.
As I prepared for tonight, I noticed that on Detective Benson's desk, there's a photo of two women. Who are they?
One is my mother, Vera Jane Palmer, a.k.a. Jay Mansfield. And the other one is Elizabeth Ashley, who plays my mother on the show.
When you received the Muse Award from the New York Women in Film in 2012, you said, on this day when I find myself in this room full of powerful forces, personified as women, I miss my mother very much, and I wish she were here. Why did you dedicate that moment to her at that moment in your life?
Because I'm grateful to her for her courage, her bravery, her love, her fearlessness in so many ways, and for forging a path for me. And I feel very connected to her now more than ever.
How so?
I just feel that she's with me. I think that a lot of my life has been about trying to find her, connect with her, and one day I looked in the mirror and I realized she was right there.